It's day 5 of designing a festive Animal Crossing island using only festive DIYs. It's also Toy Day. Yesterday we collected even more DIYs. We invited Aurora to come live on Whiz, and we did more decorating. Today we see about wrapping this whole thing up.
It's a festive DIY island.
This is it, our final day of the challenge. Jingle is here, and I think I would like to do the event today. I don't remember the rewards, honestly. I remember the pile of presents, which you need like red wrapping paper to make, so I don't know if we'll be able to make that. And I think there's another reward as well. I don't know. There's some things that I don't think are DIYs that we can get. It's just hard to remember, so I think I'm gonna do it. Jingle's asking me to craft the festive wrapping paper. Here's the recipe for it. And all he needs is 3 pieces. I kind of wish he would give me the materials because those are precious right now. It's not so bad though. Each piece of wrapping paper only costs 1 of each ornament. So we'll go ahead and get these crafted up and hand them over to Jingle, and we'll receive the Toy Day stockings, which are not a DIY, so I will not be using them. And now I'm being asked to deliver Toy Day presents. I just noticed how Jingle's mouth is like all the way on the side of his face, and I'm kind of curious. If I talk to him over here, okay. So you can't see his mouth moving at all. I was just wondering if his mouth was like the same on both sides, because that would be freaky. In any case, we've been asked to deliver gifts, and we have until 5 a.m. to do so, and we should get a reward for that. What I love about this event is how chill it is. Literally just, here is a bag of all the things you need. Just talk to your villagers. And I really like that. I like that for a few reasons. Mainly because it's easy, and after the Thanksgiving Day event and other events as well, it's kind of nice to do an event that requires you to talk to your villagers but doesn't ask too much of you. And the other reason that's really cool is because this time of year for people is really busy. Like, people are spending time with their families, and they don't really have time to like play several hours of Animal Crossing. So it's something for folks who can jump on and hang out with their villagers. But if they do, it's not going to take all day. As we do this, we may as well look for our, beach DIY, which is probably not going to be a festive recipe. And the other thing I'm going to want to do today is just tidy up the island a little bit, because I'm also thinking what we're going to do once we're done decorating is update the dream address, but maybe temporarily. I'm thinking it would be cool to update the dream address, let people kind of explore it for the holidays, and then after December, I'll probably take the island and bring it back to its finished form, minus all of the Toy Day decorations, and update it for perhaps the last time. Of course, never say never, but as far as DIY islands go, I'm thinking there's not much more we can do with Whiz. We'll give Angus a gift. Mary has somehow survived the series, so we'll give her a gift as well. Kabuki's sleeping, and usually I let them sleep. But this time we're gonna wake him up and give him a gift. Now, this is where Aurora lives, and I'm not sure if we can give Aurora a gift. That's because you're still in boxes, but let's try anyway. Yeah, Aurora is not interested in accepting a present right now. Just a couple more houses. Everyone has these adorable Santa hats, and I want one. This is ridiculous. All right, last but not least, it's Renee. Now, there's no one crafting, which isn't too surprising. I forgot during events, like, nobody crafts anything, but that would have been kind of cool. I don't think we're going to get any festive recipes today unless it's from, Jingle himself or balloons. I'm not even going to think about the Snowboys. There's no way I don't fail my final Snowboy attempt. I checked all the beaches and also did not find any DIYs, which was pretty interesting. All right, let's see what we get for delivering all those presents. What do we get in return? It is that gift pile recipe I mentioned earlier, the one that basically no one can craft day 1 because no one anticipates needing red wrapping paper. I honestly should have seen this coming, and I didn't, even though I've done this event several times before. Ooh, yikes. It looks like I did forget about Kid. It's weird that I got the reward, but it let me forget about an entire villager. Okay, hold on. Where is Kid? Okay, Kid's just over here enjoying some fishing. Let's see. Can I get you to stop fishing by pushing you for a minute? Let's try it. I think this works. Come on. Come on, Kid. Okay, you just have to talk to him for a few times, and that is how you get him to stop fishing. Okay, now we can go collect any other rewards that were due. Jingle was like each and every present, was delivered. I'm getting celebrated for that, but Aurora didn't get anything, which feels terrible. And there we go. It's the Toy Day sleigh, which is not a DIY, so I feel a little bit guilty using it. With that out of the way, we can now focus on finishing up the island. I'm going to put a couple more lilies of the valley around this tree, because I never got a chance to do that during the original challenge. I'm going to sell the rest, though, but this is kind of like the trophy area of the island, so I wanted to finish that. I was coming in here to spin the wheel for a toy, not realizing that the toys are now done. That's it. I guess yesterday was our final chance to get a Toy Day toy, which is pretty sad. We did get the tin robot, though. So that's good. We got that just in time. In that case, let's try for at least an ice recipe today. I don't think we're gonna make it. I don't think we're gonna do it at all. We've been failing most of these, but it's worth a try. Who knows? Maybe by some holiday miracle, we'll make a perfect snow boy. At least I get one large snowflake from this one. I know it sounds a bit odd, but I would love to get the ice floor from this. I know I've been saying the pillar and there's other really cool recipes, but, oh man, the reason I want the ice floor is because I don't have a good floor for the inside of my house. I need to destroy this now. There we go. We'll have to try that one later. I talked a lot of smack about red and blue ornaments earlier on, but now I actually have more gold than anything else. So I'm going to try and look for some recipes that require maybe more gold ornaments. This one requires red. Illuminated reindeer requires some gold. And I have an idea. This could be a big waste if I don't like what ends up happening here. Let's try it. So the thought was to maybe have the reindeer lining this path. So I made 4 of them and ran out of materials. We'll have to go fix that. But I don't know about lining the path. I kind of have a different vision in my head now. What if we kind of centered them on the path? Kind of like this. And it looks pretty cool. You can easily walk around them. Part of me wants to put them side by side, and it just depends on how many excess materials I get. But this is kind of cool, right? I kind of wonder if I can do, instead of side by side, I could drag them all the way down to this bridge, and we create a really neat looking, like, you know, separation on this path. And I could spread them out a little bit more. I also made one more. I thought this guy could maybe lead the pack. Let's leave them here for now and get to shaking some trees. It's going to take quite a while, but I'm hoping to make this the last time I need to shake any trees this season. I have a pretty healthy supply of ornaments now. I'm hoping that's all I need. I'm happy to get more if not, but that was that took a really long time. And because of that, I don't want to overcraft items for stuff like this. So I'm thinking maybe 3, probably do 4 more of these reindeer. All right, we'll do 4 more, which is a lot, but that should get us a really cool looking, path decoration. I made 2 and I ran out of iron. And of course, the first rock I find is the money rock. I used to be really happy about stuff like this, but no, I need iron. And then of course, the second rock doesn't have any iron at all. Okay, this is only a bit better. Oh boy, I'm getting really nervous. Okay, this last rock was a little more generous, but in total, we only have 12 iron nuggets. So I think the amount of illuminated reindeer we have right now is good enough. Okay, so now it's just a matter of kind of separating them out. So let's see. This is a bit challenging because I'm not doing anything to measure how many spaces are between each one, but I just kind of have to shove them around until they look like they all have the same amount of space between them. I don't think they're perfect, but I think they're perfect enough for me. It's clear that I'm not going to be able to do this really well unless I start placing items down and really trying to count the tiles between each one, but this looks good. Overall, I love the split path with the reindeer. I like how repetitive it looks. And then, Rudolph in the front looks really awesome. Okay, maybe one more tweak. I think that actually made it look a lot better. All right, I've been going around and just kind of getting things ready for more decorating. I need to put something out here in front of my house because it just looks really stark and boring. And I also need to plan out other path decorations as well. Now, this is a pretty big space, and I don't have a lot of materials left over. And I'm not talking about the ornaments. I'm talking like iron and basic stuff like that. So because I'm starting to get spread pretty thin, I thought instead of decorating this entire path over here, I would kind of make like a little display. I tried a couple different combinations, but I think this is pretty nice. It's, subtle. It's not over the top. And then you come up here and you got the big ice bears. So it's not like I did nothing up here. And if I have some leftover materials, maybe we'll do something around this tree or I don't know, something. The other thing that I thought would look pretty cool would be some holiday candles just kind of on this path. And, just as a way to kind of like greet you and guide you over to the shopping district. So we have a set here, and then here, and then something a little bit different when you reach this intersection. I don't know if this is going to work, so bear with me. Let's see. You kind of have to scoot around it. It does block the path in sort of an obnoxious way that's not super fun. What if I push them back a little bit? All right, you can still easily run around this, and I want people to stop and look at my most prized possession. I present to you the display area for my tin robot. Yes, the one and only item we were able to get through spinning the wheel all week long. I think it looks glorious right here, and it's the perfect warning sign to anybody entering the shopping district. Even if you are adamant on only using DIYs, you too could be tempted into the consumeristic nature that is the holiday season. So beware. Is consumeristic a word? I don't know. Oh, perfect timing, Balloon. What if you're a recipe? Let's see. It's 5 iron nuggets. That's actually really, really helpful. Speaking of recipes, I need to catch some snowflakes as I walk around decorating. A lot of focal points on the island have been decorated, so now it's kind of about like going around and placing down just little touches here and there. I can't put anything on this stump. Oh my gosh, I was like so excited about the idea of putting something on this stump and it can't act as a table. That's so disappointing. Okay, at least there's that. I have an extra big festive tree, so maybe that will go here next to this stump. It just feels like this path needs a little more, festivity behind it. So yeah. Yeah, that looks nice. I also don't think that was the right way to use the word festivity, but I'm going with it. And consumeristic is a word, I found out. Anyway, I just want to change this tree real quick. Yeah, I think that looks pretty nice. The campsite visitors I've had during this entire island's existence haven't been like fantastic, so this is all they get. It's like the equivalent of coal in their stockings. Let's see if I can place another one right here. I cannot. That's okay. How about right here? Perfect. Got another balloon over here. It's a high chair. Oh, I was really hoping for a recipe. As I run around looking for more snowflakes to gather up, I'm realizing just how much more island there is with like prime real estate for more festive decorations. So I think it would be in my best interest to hang out on like a deserted island and just go ahead and grab all of the iron I can and some more wood and things like that. So I may go do that. I spent some time visiting some islands and we did 3. I have a stack and a half now of iron nuggets, and I also have some more wood as well, just regular wood. I got everything and decimated those islands. I also was trying to catch some snowflakes along the way. I have plans for these as well. So let's get started. Part of my plan for snowflakes is not frozen trees, but I am going to make one more frozen tree because I have a spot that I want to put it. And one of the reasons I wanted more iron nuggets was so that I can make more illuminated items. Of course, now it looks like ornaments are going to be my big concern. It's always something. But despite that, I do think I have enough to get us started on this next part of our decorating fiasco. You know what else is interesting? I was buying some customization kits, and look what I found in store in Nooks. In case you forgot, red wrapping paper is one of the items required for our DIY gift pile that we just earned. We'll also need a wooden block toy and cardboard boxes. We can get those later. I might make a couple of these. One area that's been neglected thus far is up here by the museum. I wanted to try these ornament trees here just to try to give us like a welcoming museum entrance. I'm not exactly sure how close together they should be, but I'm thinking they should maybe kind of like be at the front of the fences. Like that, maybe? I chose the pink color scheme because we have this little pink tree over here, and I just haven't used it a whole lot. It feels like maybe something else could go right in here. Oh, well, you know what? Actually, these little picnic blankets, if I leave those are pink. So yeah, that kind of works, honestly. It looks pretty good. And then over here, I made some more illuminated snowflakes, and I thought they could go between these palm trees. However, as I place it down, I'm reminded again that not everything in Animal Crossing works as intended. This is just not centering up the way I would want it to. Alternatively, I could deliberately like put it against the cliff wall and not center it, between the palm trees, but just have them kind of like this. This one's not really going against the wall, but trying to just kind of like maybe put these items in front of walls in just like different areas. So you walk by and it's just like a little pop of festivity. I don't know if this will work, but maybe let me put it like right here. Shove it into this museum area, and can I still build a fence in front of it? It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to. It looks like it sticks out just enough to where, yeah, you cannot put a fence here. Could this replace the fence in this spot? So we just put it right there. I don't see why not. It doesn't look half bad, actually. And I am trying to just get more up here in terms of, these types of decorations. So yeah, maybe for this season, we remove these fences here, and instead we put down the, illuminated snowflakes. Having them like this is cool. Now I'm wondering, is this one in a good spot? Having it so close to this one? These are the types of little details that I tend to kind of overthink. I like it here personally, but I'm kind of wondering if I had anything else, I might put it here instead. I love how flat these are. And by that I mean they kind of like don't take up a lot of space. You can easily walk in front of it. If I were to put like a festive tree here or something, it would be way too big and you have to like walk around it. So I might leave it here for now, but if we find a better spot, I'll move it. For the frozen tree, I was thinking back here. This is where I would put an illuminated tree if we had that item. We do not, but we have the frozen tree, which I think is the next best thing. I made it blue, which means I'm probably going to redo this ornament here. But yeah, I think kind of putting it right there and then putting the giant ornament somewhere in here It's a pretty good look. It makes the corner kind of look nice and cluttered with holiday cheer. I brought the giant ornament back to being red. I think that looks pretty good. Maybe we can spin it this way, pull it this way. How's that looking? Honestly, I don't love this layout at all, but I do think I have a good alternative plan. I think something like this looks a little bit better. I decided to go green and red with the ornaments, and then the tree in the background. That looks, I don't know, a little bit better to me. Ultimately, maybe another item here and then another item on the other side of the green ornament would look even better, but for now, this is good. In fact, since we're so focused on this spot, maybe I should go ahead and like throw down one of these presents right here. And I think just having it under that tree and by the path, that kind of ties things together a little bit better. And while we're in this spot, I think another place for an illuminated present might be back here by Eric's house. We already have some stuff kind of in front of his house, but I think just, again, putting a gift under a tree, I think this is like a really cool way to just add some holiday nuance to the island, right? We find trees and areas that look a bit sparse and just kind of tuck a little illuminated present under there. And I do believe that's the mode we're in right now. I think we are on like the finishing touches leg of this journey. So we have like this whole forest here. What if we threw a couple of illuminated presents in this forest, right? And just little spots around the island, we hide some of those. The problem is those presents cost materials. And so once again, I thought I was done with this. I'm gonna have to shake a tree and just collect ornaments for a little while. I'm hoping that I have enough ornaments now. What I'm gonna do is craft a few of these gift piles, which require these wooden block toys, and we're gonna craft a few more illuminated presents. And why not? With my last 6 gold ornaments, I will make another illuminated reindeer. So everything's crafted and customized, and I wanna try something over here. I went ahead and made this gift pile the elegant customization, and now I'm gonna maybe tuck it right behind Nook's, like there. And I just like that idea that maybe gifts are starting to pile up and the townspeople are getting upset because there's no big tree to put them under. And they're like, where are we supposed to put all these? And so Timmy and Tommy get to deal with it. So they're just kind of piling up behind Nook's. I think that looks really nice. And I chose that color scheme because of these gold candles. I thought it kind of tied in really well. And then another pile of gifts I thought could go up here somewhere. I made a pink variation of these. And I thought maybe like back here, they would look good. So these ones did make it underneath a tree. And yeah, I think as you're like walking up, like from down here, just having the giant pile of presents over there, it looks pretty good. I have one more of those gift piles and they could go anywhere. I'm gonna try it right over here. And this present pile was called Natural. So I thought, oh yeah, kind of putting this by the forest would look pretty good. And it does. I actually like that a lot. I wish I had more because I could literally put those everywhere. But let's take some of the illuminated items now and put them in the forest back here. So I'm gonna throw an illuminated reindeer kind of like right there, tucked behind a tree. I'm gonna throw an illuminated present there. I'm gonna tuck an illuminated present right back behind that tree. I think another illuminated present could go right here, opposite of this gift pile. Just kind of, you know, a little bit of light back there. And I have another illuminated present left over, so maybe we'll try it, I don't know, a little bit random, but kind of over here by these stairs. In fact, like maybe like right in here. Yeah, you can still walk on the path. And it's just, again, another pop of like color and light. Oh my gosh, I finally found this balloon. It's been like following me around. I've just heard the whooshing noise forever. All right, here we go. It is just more junky clothing. Gosh, they will not give me any recipes today. Anyway, we're not quite done. The outside of my house got really cheated, so I'm gonna try and find a couple items for that. And then we got to decorate the main room as well. So for out here, I don't have a lot of stuff left, but I can make a couple of giant ornaments. So I'm gonna put a giant ornament right there. In fact, maybe I'll put it somewhere a little more obvious, maybe kind of more in front of this tree rather than behind it. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. I love stuff like that because in the distance, it just kind of stands out and looks really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these rocks because I wouldn't normally want these here anyway. And then maybe I could put the other giant ornament I have in this spot. So I have a blue one and I can maybe put that somewhere over here. Yeah, maybe something like that, just to sort of tie the whole, you know, property together. In a perfect world, I'd have way more decorations out here. But I am out of materials. Despite that, though, I have been saving up snowflakes to make a whole bunch of frozen floor tiles. Now, the frozen floor tiles are kind of the best I can do for flooring in the main room. As you know, we never got our hands on a recipe for like a festive flooring or the ice flooring. So I thought if I just gather up enough snowflakes, I can make a whole bunch of these frozen floor tiles. But as you can see, each one costs 8 snowflakes. So I'm way off still. with trying to get like enough of these to cover the entire floor. But I do have one last Hail Mary I could try. Other than catching even more snowflakes, which again, will probably take me all day and I'm running out of time, I can see what kind of island Captain has in store for us. If we can get lucky enough to get an island that has maple leaves floating around, we only need to collect 10, or less than that, I think I have like 2 in my storage, to get ourselves the colored leaves floor. I personally believe the colored leaves floor would be the perfect addition to my room when you compare it to the Jingle Wall or Festive Wall or whatever it's called. So let's give this a try. It's 1,000 miles. I'm not gonna be able to time skip to do this because we have no time left. So maybe, just maybe Captain brings us to one of these islands. What's it gonna be? Oh, no, it's covered in snow. Do we at least get like, seasonal recipe out of it? We got a stone wall recipe. If it was like a floor, like a wood floor, that would have at least been nice. I would have been really, really happy with that. Oh my gosh. Do you think that's the reason why we didn't get the right island? I say the right island as if, we were owed the other island. I forgot to invite Brewster to the island. So I don't have the photo of Brewster on me right now. I wasn't anticipating this. But will he come to the island anyway? He gave me a gyroid fragment, but I already have like a lot of gyroids. Okay, so I have no idea if Brewster is going to join us on the island. But yeah, I have the photo of him somewhere, just not on me. All right, this was a bust. Let's get out of here. So I guess I could just run around and catch some snowflakes. But again, I'm not kidding. I don't have a lot of time left in my real human life day to sit here and like catch snowflakes. I might just have to like take what I can get. And with all those snowflakes, I managed to craft 6 of these frozen floor tile floor mats. If I focus them all on the center of the room, I could do something like this. And one thing that's kind of cool that I can do is I can use the water flooring underneath, which certainly looks better than the steel, but it is odd. Nothing I try is looking good at all, but I'm starting to try to get a little creative. I don't know, it could just be desperation. But let's just try this. So this was actually an idea from someone in the comments, Amanda, and they recommended using the dark bamboo mats. So I went ahead and crafted as many as I possibly could with the bamboo that we have over in the, what do you want to call it area? Bamboo area? I don't know. And you know what? These look really nice. I hope that with a combination of, the frozen floor tiles and the bamboo mats, we can make something work here. So with these bamboo mats, I will say the floor looks a lot better with this, and I can throw the frozen floor tiles kind of like in the middle like that, and it looks a bit odd, but nowhere near as bad as the water looked. I have 2 of these left over, but because of the weird uneven numbers and everything else, I don't know how to fit them in. Alternatively, they might look better kind of like at the bottom as you first enter the house, because a lot of the decorations are going to be towards the top half anyway. So maybe this is the way to go with the floor mats. I think we can give this a shot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this tree and kind of pop it in the middle of the room. I'm going to take this other giant ornament and put it opposite of the giant ornament we already had. I'm going to put the snowflakes kind of like maybe right over there. And I think this isn't half bad for our festive room. I might get rid of the library wall in the back because I would say we are lacking quite a bit of, lights and extravagance. So I think that helps quite a bit. And then if we kill the lights in here, I mean, this is all of a sudden really, really cool. I don't notice the bamboo floor mats as much, and I say that because it's kind of a good thing. They stand out quite a bit, even though they do look nicer than any other floor we have. I'm mostly watching the lights dance around, and I think having the ice at the entrance and then the floor kind of just gets dark and unpronounced is good. All of this to me looks really, really good. Speaking of killing the lights, we need to skip forward and actually see this place at night. But I did have one more illuminated snowflake DIY. So I don't know. I guess I could put that a bit random, but I would say maybe right here. And, it's just tucked back there. Like a lot of the things we're doing, we're just trying to give little pops of holiday cheer wherever we can, since we're just so low on materials and time. Oh yeah, the evening hours of Toy Day. Easily the best time to see an Animal Crossing island. Look at this. Everything's lit up now, and I gotta say, it's looking spectacular already. Even the very, very few decorations that I was able to, gather up look really, really good. Maybe let's go over here. I want to see this reindeer line we made. Yeah. Look at them all. It's so bright and vibrant. I love that. I want to see what this walk-up looks like. I think the candles are really nice and inviting. And as we walk up here, we can see our precious toy robot staring down any intruders. There it is. The rainbow snowflakes over here looking good. And oh my gosh. Yes, these snowflakes should just be everywhere all the time. They look so good behind resident services like that. I gotta say, of course, my favorite area is probably this one in front of resident services here. Back when I had, you know, ambition and DIYs and materials. But hey, I mean, we already saw this in a previous episode. It still looks so good. It's definitely my favorite spot. Going up this alley over here, not as pronounced, but we do have more of these ornament trees lighting our way over on the left. And then, yes, the illuminated presents and a little festive tree right here looking good. And then I really wanted to see this at night. All of our ornament trees lined up like this. Just right here, it makes it feel like the entire island has been decorated a lot more than it actually has. I mean, you can see the big festive tree back in the top corner, and then all the ornament trees. It really does trick the eyes into thinking, wow, like this person really, they spent a lot of time on this and they had so much effort put in, but really, no, it's all born of desperation. I'm just giving myself a hard time. I really do like it a lot. The illuminated presents under the trees look as good as I thought they did, or they would anyway. We pop up here. We got another illuminated present. I wish we had more things, and I know that a lot of you have mentioned, oh, this should be more episodes. This should be longer, and I do wish the same. But at the end of the day, I think part of the challenge, trying to like get this done with a little bit of time and not many crafting materials, it was interesting and it was a lot of fun to try and make it all come together. And I mean, it works, right? Of course, it helps that the game decorates some of the trees for me. I do appreciate that. Let's see what the museum looks like. Yeah, the whole vibe of this area. This is all tied together really, really well thanks to the snowflakes. I think those are obviously the big standout, but even the ornament trees and stuff. And if we come over here, we have these additional snowflakes on this spot, and then the forest. I was really happy that I dedicated some stuff over to this forest, because having like the reindeer and the presents just kind of in there, not super like outspoken, just kind of tucked behind things. Yeah, I think they look really good too. Down here, there was another illuminated present, and then we have these presents here, and just, you know, from different perspectives, this stuff makes itself known, and it looks really good. As far as our goals go, well, let's see. Collecting every seasonal DIY? No. Nope, not even close. Fully decorating the island for the holidays. Well, I'm gonna say we did it. And I know we did light decorating, but this is one of those where I can give it to myself because if I say this is decorated for the holidays, then it is decorated for the holidays. And let's be real, this season lasts about a month, and then you want your island back to the way it was. So you start to pull all this stuff down, and the more decorations you put up on your island, the longer it takes to disassemble. So I think this is the right amount of decorating to do on an island like this, and that's what I'm going to tell myself. And of course, we did manage to add a festive villager, despite them not getting any presents or, you know, walking around outside on Toy Day. We did it, okay? We accomplished the goal. So was it a failure? No, I mean, not an epic one anyway. I had a lot of fun. I do hope you did as well. I'll be updating the dream address for this island for just a little bit, and then I'm going to take everything down and put it back to the way it was. So if you want, the dream address is on screen now, and over there is a video that I want you to watch next. It's not the next episode because this is done now, but it's something. It's probably good. I handpicked it. Let's just put it that. Just watch the video.